Has anybody been paying attention to these Airbnb prices? I live in Michigan, okay? We're not exactly the go-to capital for vacations in the world. But even here, we have something called up north, like Lake Michigan, Lake Huron. We usually go to Lake Huron. And 2, 3 years ago, I could find a pretty nice place for $150 a night. Not too bad, right? Now I cannot find anything under $300-400 a night. And mind you, a lot of these places are super outdated. Like the couch looks like it's from that 70s show. I went to one in the middle of summer, didn't even have AC. I was in there with a fan on top of my head just so I could fall asleep. It was horrible. But now it's just really unaffordable. Like we can't go because I don't want to go for one night. If I'm going to drive 3, 4 hours, I want to stay at least 2, 3 nights. And you're talking $1,000 plus to sleep on some bedbug couch, uncomfortable mattresses, outdated windows, no AC. I'm good, man. And I used to love Airbnb. I like to have a kitchen, a grill, and a hotel room. A lot of times you don't have those things. Prices have gone up so much, and I know it's not just me because there's people all over the internet posting their experiences, and it doesn't just stop with the prices. It gets worse. Let's check it out.
Are we seeing the downfall of Airbnb? I sure hope so. And I saw this girl come on here and ask that question. And she was talking about how she owns a cabin. And I want to say it's the Smoky Mountains. And how it used to stay booked like 85 to 95% of the time. And now it's barely getting any reservations. And she came on here and she was genuinely asking people like, why aren't you booking Airbnbs anymore? And I was like, oh, I think I can answer that. Because I've talked about this before on my page, and I used to love booking an Airbnb, right? Like late 2010s, early 2020s, my college era. It was so easy. You and a couple of friends could split a whole house. It was cheap. It was super, super fun. And the expectations were really simple. It was like, take out the trash, don't leave it disgusting. Fair enough, fair enough. But it's just not like that anymore, is it? Now Airbnbs are the same price as hotels, if not more. And with a hotel, you're getting actual service. Like you don't have to clean, you don't have to strip the beds and start the laundry, take out the trash and load the dishwasher, and take a picture of the thermostat before you leave. Like there's a whole checklist. I don't clean that much at my own house. Like be so serious. Why am I paying a cleaning fee and then also being told I need to clean? And I don't care what anybody says. I love hotel amenities. I do. I want the fresh towels, like I want the toiletries, like especially on a beach trip, when you're washing your hair every single day. I'm not trying to use my $50 shampoo every single day. Give me the little hotel bottles. Let a girl live. And on top of that, is it just me or do Airbnbs just feel riskier now? They do. Like you're constantly hearing stories about hidden cameras, weird hosts showing up unannounced. Like from a woman's perspective, it just doesn't feel as safe as it used to. And as a matter of fact, don't even get me started on the hosts. A couple years back, I literally booked an Airbnb for a music festival. Like it had to be at least 6 months in advance because I knew it was going to be hard to find something as it got like closer to the festival. And then a week or two before, the host messages me saying like they didn't realize there was a music festival and they could have charged more. And they asked me to cancel. But don't worry, they told me I could rebook at a higher price. Excuse me. And when I said no, suddenly there were unforeseen renovations and my reservation got canceled. Okay. We all know what that was, right? And then like just zooming out even more for a broader perspective, a lot of people are just over what Airbnb has done to the housing market. Like all of these homes bought up just to be short-term rentals. They're sitting empty half the time while actual families can't afford to buy a house. Like, yeah, I think people are really over it.
Y'all, what are we doing? I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I booked another crappy Airbnb. It's awful. It smells like mold and cigarettes. It's terrible. The pictures on the wall are like tilted. The light switch panel has light switches missing. There's just a hole there. The seating options are unnecessarily outdated and gross. I don't understand. I really don't. Is it that hard to make a place like clean and comfortable for somebody? I mean, you sure do know how to make it look good in your pictures. So what happened to the actual place? Oh, I forgot to tell y'all about the pimple patch stuck to the dresser with like pubes coming off it. I'm not staying here. And when I get here and it's different than your listing, I'm gonna complain. Let's be so for real. The reviews on Airbnbs that are good reviews are from the people who are afraid to send their food back when it's wrong. No, I'm not standing for this. Okay, let's talk about the ones where once you put in your CC number, they're sending you a novel of rules and regulations and things that they didn't tell you before when they was being nice to you in the request booking chat. Talking about now all of a sudden that I've paid, the dog that you allowed is not allowed on any furniture, is not allowed in the bed, no hair shall be left behind. Now all of a sudden I have to leave a $50 in cash tip for the cleaning lady so she can remove the dog hair that I'm not allowed to leave behind. How about just say no pets? And now I'm arriving and the detached suite from your house is actually just one of the 3 bedrooms in your 3-bedroom home. I'm sorry, what? Oh, and I'm not allowed to use the kitchen? I'm sorry, what? Well, you can use the kitchen if I interview you first. What? Oh, but you're not in town? Okay. Okay. Heard. I might just use it anyways, because I gotta have something to eat. Oh, there's cameras everywhere in the kitchen? What? My gosh, and I'm sorry, but if you are rude, you don't need to be a host to guests. I'm about to cancel my Amazon. I'm about to cancel my Airbnb. I'm about to get rid of this freaking iPhone because I'm sick of all this crap.
So I wonder why people aren't going to Airbnb no more. I was supposed to rent an Airbnb this weekend for my uncle's funeral. They want $3,000 for 2 nights. Plus they want me to mow the yard, take the trash out, clean the whole house, scrub the windows, make sure everything's cleaned up, clean the hair out of the shower. What are you doing? That's the thing. Like, why am I paying $3,000 for 2 nights, but I'm still having to clean your house, mow your yard? I don't understand. Isn't that your job? No wonder everyone's going back to hotels.
The Airbnb hosts have lost the plot. And I'm still seeing Airbnb hosts getting on here confused about the fact that their units are not booked. You are charging thousands and thousands of dollars for the most mid place that I have ever seen, and you're still on top of that charging hundreds of dollars for a cleaning fee when guests still have to do the dishes, take out the garbage, do the laundry, sweep, no parties allowed, no extra guests allowed, no pets allowed. I can stay in a hotel room where I get free breakfast, where I get 24-hour reception service. I get a clean room and fresh sheets every single day. I get a bunch of extra amenities, and I can do so for the same price that you are listing your Airbnb for. The competitive edge of Airbnb was the pricing, right? Because you could stay in someone's home. You're not getting all of these amenities that hotels offer, but you are getting usually a cheaper price, right? But that is no longer the case. And people have been saying for a long time that as soon as Airbnbs get more expensive than hotels, they're gonna go back to hotels. And there is absolutely nothing confusing about that, because there is no longer any competitive edge to a lot of these Airbnbs because they're way more expensive than a hotel would be. They offer way less amenities, and you as a guest have to do way more just to stay there.
Yep, you read that correctly. Strangers paid for my mortgage, and let me show you how exactly I do that. So I split my single family home into 3 different sections. I made it into its own little triplex. I worked with Murphy Door to make a custom door that would fit the whole expanse of the hallway, and made it secure by using this electromagnetic pin padlock, which I unlock with my fingerprint. By doing so, I'm able to open it back up to the rest of the house in case I have guests of my own. But of course, this door is usually locked, and straight through the garage where you will find my other unit. And you guessed it, I have it separated by another custom-sized Murphy door. It is absolutely seamless, and the guests love it.
Oh, heckin' no. That sounds like a deal. You have a bunch of spy doors and trap doors everywhere. That sounds so fun. Not. I'm sure the guests love it, because I would just love to know that the owner is somewhere in the house and has all these high-tech doors that you unlock with fingerprints. That makes me feel so at home. That's awesome. Can you imagine 3 a.m, you're drunk, you're going to take a piss, scratching your ass, and here comes a bookshelf just opens up on you. Oh, excuse me. Bro. No. Let me know your guys' Airbnb experiences. I've gone to them 4 or 5 times, and out of those 4 or 5 times, twice was horrible. I actually had a lady leave me a horrible review, which I was super pissed about, because I didn't know that most people don't leave a review until the owner leaves a review for you, and then you leave your review. But I went ahead and I was like, yeah, it was a nice place. It wasn't. Everything was comfortable. It wasn't. Everything was clean. It wasn't. But I was just trying to be nice, you know? And I ended up paying like $600 for 2 nights. Anyway, while we were there, there was literally, we saw two black bears, okay? And they left us a trash can that was literally like this big. And we're there for 2 nights, family of 4. We filled up a garbage bag the first day and we couldn't even fit it in there. So, and listen, when you book an Airbnb, you can't come in until 3 p.m. Why am I paying all this money, a cleaning fee and all this, and I can't even get in till 3 p.m.? Half the day is gone. I got like 4 or 5 hours before it's dark out. Day's over. So basically the first night is just driving, getting there, getting the suitcases out, unpacking, making food, go to bed. That's your first day of vacation. But anyway, there was a long checklist of things to do, and my wife is a really like tidy, clean person. She literally spent the next night cleaning up for like 4 or 5 hours. We have 2 kids. It got a little messy. We cleaned everything up. She was scrubbing floors. And then in the morning, we're like, well, there's black bears here. Let's not take this trash and leave it next to that trash can because it's not going to fit in it. We'll just put it right here by the door when the cleaning lady comes and they can figure out where to take it. So we lock up everything and we leave. I leave a review. A day later, it says, hey, you have a review on your Airbnb. I'm like, oh, cool. What'd she say? I go there 1 star, bro. She left me a 1 star. This was like my second trip ever. This lady starts going off how she's never had somebody leave the place in such bad condition. We left the trash inside. She said there was cigarette butts everywhere outside. We don't even smoke. She said all of the firewood was used. We didn't build a fire. We didn't even make a fire using any of her wood. And this lady tried to claim that my kids wrote with like a marker on her fireplace. They didn't. I saw that when I got there and I literally took a video of it just in case they try to say something. Every time I go to Airbnb, I have to walk up to the door recording. That way I have the time and everything so they can't say, oh yeah, you took a video after you did something. I have to take a video and I do a walk around first. Everything, every door, every window. It takes me like 30 minutes to take this video just to watch my ass. Now, ask yourself, if you're paying this huge amount of money for a night or 2, is this the kind of feeling? Is this the kind of hospitality? Is this what you want to feel when you're on vacation? No, I didn't think so. I was pissed and I couldn't like leave another comment or anything. I didn't even know that at the time. And that's why people wait for the host to leave their review. So they're incentivized to say something nice about you before you leave your comment. Because the next trip I tried to make next summer, I got denied because of her review. That was the only review I ever got. It was from her and it was a -1, 1 star. The person saw it, was like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna have to I'm not gonna let you stay here. I was so pissed. My wife spent like 4 or 5 hours cleaning up. We were walking on eggshells the whole time. Don't touch this, put that pillow back, all this stuff. And to get a horrible review like that after spending $600. Not cool, man. Not cool at all. I was just looking the other night and there was a place we stayed at for $150 on the beach. Kind of run down, old furniture, all that, but it was a really nice beach. So I was like, let me look that place. It was $450 a night. $450 a night. It was $150. Everything's the same. It hasn't been updated, nothing. $450 a night. Not in Miami, not in Florida, in Michigan. And listen, I don't want to just bag on all the Airbnb hosts. I have had really nice ones that like brought a cake and gave my kids candy and all this stuff and were really nice, gave us our privacy, asked if we needed anything, and that was the last we saw of them. And of course, there's guests that do cause damage and are just like super rude and dirty and mess the place up. I'm sure that a lot of hosts have had that happen as well. And then Airbnb, I heard, takes a lot of money from the hosts. They take like 30-40% off top of the booking for their pocket. So there's 2 sides to every story. But listen, man, I can't do Airbnbs anymore. I'm gonna look for those hotels that come with a kitchen inside. I'd rather do that, even if it costs a little bit more, than have to walk on eggshells and feel like I'm gonna be like charged this amount of money for something that I didn't do, that something that gets pinned on me where I have to record and what. No, bro, I'm on vacation. I want to chill. I don't want to have to worry about all these things. Oh, are they gonna say that I did that? Oh, there's a chip there on the wall, or no, I'm good. Let me know what you guys think about Airbnbs. Are you using them? Are you going a hotel, or are you just grabbing a tent and camping somewhere? Let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.